Okay, guys, this is a very special podcast today. This is with my buddy Jeremy B. He also has a channel where he's teaching YouTube. And I remember one of my last videos, I was telling you guys how I was going to start doing some podcasts and be uploading them to the channel. And the reason why is because there's a lot of people in this space who don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're doing when it comes to YouTube. As I told you guys, I've been doing this for about 5 years now, like full-time 5 years. Probably like before that, I've been doing it for like 10 years, 5 years before that, not making any money. But I brought here the OG. Okay. So yeah, Jeremy, I'm pretty sure, I don't know the exact amount of years at this point. I know Jeremy forever. Like he's one of the first people I met when I started like really doing YouTube seriously. And I believe he's like 10 years in the game now. Am I right about that?
Yeah, actually, I uploaded my first YouTube video February 11th, 2011. So it's been over 14 years now since I've been making videos. I was 14 years old in high school when I started. Now I'm, I guess, kind of older. Am I an old man in this space yet? I don't really know, but
Dude, I'm
been
Unk.
on YouTube like my whole life, really.
People call me Unk now, and I'm 27.
Really?
You're a little older than me. You're like 20.
Yeah, but you kind of look like an unk though.
Now maybe. Before I did. I now have a beard and everything, but
Yeah, with the beard. I mean, you give off that like unk wisdom vibe though.
well, I'll take that. I'll take Unk wisdom. But yeah, I mean, even as you can see, so you said you've been doing YouTube for 14 years, but how long have you been
Yeah.
doing it full time?
So full time, I went full time when I finished high school. So pretty much like as soon as I could. When I was by the time I was like finishing up high school, I already had like 100,000 subscribers. Was making like a few $1,000s a month. So pretty much when I was 18. So I would say about 10 years I've been full time.
See, that's crazy. Not many people
Yeah.
have been.
Honestly, I probably could have gone full time sooner, but I just like didn't want to drop out of school.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, this is kind of crazy to say, but looking back at it, like I probably should have dropped out of school, but you know, it was the right decision at the time, I think.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Anybody could say that now, right? When like
Yeah.
now it's like more like common. Even when I dropped out of college like 5 years ago, it wasn't so people thought I was crazy. I mean, people might still think you're crazy if you drop out of school now, but like now it's way more. Everyone knows that you can make so much money, especially 14 years ago. No one like
Mhm.
you didn't. Very few people knew.
Yeah. I'll definitely caveat this though, by the way. Like, I don't want to give people advice to drop out of school. Like, you should only drop out of school if you're already making money, right? Like, when I dropped out of university, it was like I literally went for like 1 month and then just left. But I was already making like thousands of dollars every single month. It's not like I was just starting or just getting into it. Like, I think you can totally just get into YouTube, work on it on the evenings and weekends. And then once you're starting to have some success, then you can drop out of school, I think. Like, I don't want to, go around on podcasts telling kids to drop out of school. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But, you know,
Yeah.
I think I definitely agree with like what Riz is saying. It's like you got to consider the context of your situation. And if you're making good money, like, why are you going to school to begin with? Right. Of course, you're going to school to get a good job and to get some money in the future. That's the idea. Right. So, if you're making more money from YouTube, then really you should drop out of school because why even go to school at that point anyway?
Yeah. I mean, I've asked so many people have asked me like throughout the years, like, oh, should I drop out of school or whatever? And I feel like because of my story, like when I've chatted with even like people like thumbnail designers, I don't want to say names, but I feel like I've gotten some people accidentally to drop out of school before they started doing well on YouTube at all. And then they started to make money after. But what I always tell people is that like, okay, if you're going to drop out of school, just remember that like you're now taking a harder route. You're taking a more difficult. So if you're in college, in a way, you have to just follow instructions, right? Like you have to do as they say and all of that. And there is like a straightforward path on how to make money. But if you drop out, like your back is against the wall. Like you have no other option but to make this work. Because if you don't, you're fucked. So you have to you better be prepared to live and breathe YouTube if you drop out of school to do this. You have to make it work. So that's my only advice. I don't think it's bad to drop
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
Yeah. Because I did the same thing. I dropped out. So I can't tell people not to. Because I dropped out with nothing. But anyways, what was I gonna say? So we've been in we've known each other for a long, long time now. Uh, what's funny is that back in the day when we met each other, uh, I remember it was off of doing community posts, and that was before we were even
Yeah.
friends.
That is really crazy to think about. That's how we met. Like, I could tell the story a
Yeah,
little
no, you
bit.
tell.
So, um, let me share my screen actually, and I can literally just show you too. If I share my screen, can you show that in the video?
Yeah, yeah, it shows.
Okay. So when I was doing this channel, as you can see right now, very successful, 1.4 million subscribers.
Hmm.
We're not uploading a ton right now, but still doing really well, even like many, many years. But when I first started this channel, really, really long time ago, let's go to the oldest videos, December 2020. We were I was first getting into Minecraft for the first time as a niche. I thought Minecraft was like a really cool niche. It's something that has a lot of longevity. It's a game that's probably going to last another 10 years or more. And it's already lasted, 15 plus years. And it's a great vehicle for content too. So you can really make a lot of great videos. But of course, creators in Minecraft are really the best of the best. Like it's extremely competitive. It's very, very saturated. I had already had a lot of experience making content, so I kind of wanted to push myself and do a channel in a niche that I thought would be a lot more challenging, but at the same time, a lot more rewarding. And so when we started these videos, you can see this one has a lot of views, but that's just because it's the oldest video on the channel. Like when we posted this, it had like 500 views. Most of these, when we posted them, they had like 500 views, and now they've only gotten a little bit of viewership just because, our channel worked out. That's kind of the end of the story. But when we were doing this channel, we were struggling. I couldn't really make good Minecraft videos. I didn't really know what I was doing. It took a really long time to learn how to make good Minecraft videos. And at the same time, we were kind of facing a little bit of an issue. When we started this channel, we were getting, 0 to 200 views a video, very, very, very little views. Um, And the thing is that because we were getting so little views, we didn't really have enough information to know how to improve our content. And so we would post a video, we would get 0 views, 0 impressions. What do? We don't know if the video is good. YouTube didn't even show it to anyone. There's no information for us to work off of. There's no understanding of what could have been done. And so I decided to try to do something to get just a little bit of early viewership onto the channel, just so that we could get some more information and to learn about if our videos were good or not and what we needed to improve on, and to hopefully try to grow the channel ideally at the end of the day. And so one thing I started doing was I would reach out to other Minecraft YouTubers and try to see if I could get them to promote my channel. I already had a bunch of other successful channels, and at this time, I was promoting my new channels from my other channels, but it wasn't really working very well because my other channels were not Minecraft channels. So viewers from my other channels would come to this one and watch the videos, and then they would engage with them poorly. They wouldn't really click on them. They would click on them and then just stop watching after like 10 seconds, which of course is really bad and is just going to kill the performance of your video. So I thought, I had the idea of like, hey, why don't I try to see if I can get this type of promotion from Minecraft channels? And the promotion that I was doing for myself from my own channels was just community posts, end screens, very little simple promotions, maybe sometimes talk about it in a video. And so I started reaching out to other Minecraft channels, asking them, hey, you want to do community posts for me? And I'll just pay you some money, or maybe I can promote you on my other channels. We could work something out. Of course, with Riz, he had his super big Minecraft channel at the time, Gamers React. And I thought that was a really great opportunity because he had a Minecraft channel and seemed like he was a guy interested in making money. So I thought, I just reached out to him, reached out to like 20 different channels as well too, but his ended up being like the best one probably.
Wait,
But
what?
I also had a second guy that agreed to promote. So I had a second guy, the channel was Minecraft Royale. And that's when the story gets quite interesting. So we did our first promotion. This was with Riz, I think. And we got 40,000 views on this video. This one right here. I can show the analytics as well. If we go to audience, you can actually see where the views came from. I think it's under audience. No, that's going to be under engagement. Nope, that's under reach. Okay. Third time's the charm. It's here somewhere. Yeah. So you can see here, 61% of our views came from external and then 11% from end screen. So the external traffic source here was from a community post because it was external. is a view source that comes from direct links. So this is like a direct link to the video URL. And so that was done through a community post. You can actually go to the Gamers React channel, and if you scroll really far back on the community posts, you'll actually still see them they're still up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing
And
right now.
so that's how I met Riz originally, was he would do
The
community posts for him. I was
overachiever.
paying him probably a lot more than he deserved to get for them, to be honest. But I think I paid you like $2,000 for 3 posts. It was like pretty crazy actually
Hey,
when I think about it. But it was kind of what we needed at the time with the channel, and it definitely like helped us kept things going. And so
but wait, you paid
um
me 3,000 for those posts. I forget because it's been so long now. Did any of those posts like jumpstart the channel? I forget. Or was it MC Royale that jumpstarted the channel, or was it on its own?
um yeah, so I can continue telling the story. So we had a couple posts, they did like 40,000 views each. Videos did not grow at all at first. Like they got views from the community posts, but like it did not actually transition into the channel growing. And that's because our content was ass. Like our content was so shit. We were making these like really chaotic videos that had no storylines, no sense of direction. We were trying to do spectacles, but we didn't have enough budget or people to do interesting spectacles. So we would try to do these like 100-player videos, but we could only get like 30 people. So we would just like make videos with 30 people and just like pretend that it was 100 players. It was bad, right? Like it was bad content. We didn't really know what we were doing. So then I took a little bit of time to kind of just chill, and I stopped doing posts for like a couple months, just like a month or so. And we kept like just improving the content. I'll go to the next page here. Kept improving the content. Then I did a couple posts with Minecraft Royale. His didn't get me as many views as the ones with Riz, but um, it still like gave us another insight. Like, because we had thought at this point, we had thought, okay, we've made like 30 more videos. We think we've improved the content. Let's kind of see what the potential is. Let's get some more promotion. And it didn't work out at all. The videos got, they got views, but like you have to consider that we were paying for these views, right? Like we were straight up paying for them. And these views came from channel pages, end screens, and externals. So it's all from like the shout out that we got. And the views were kind of worthless because I was literally paying like probably $800, sometimes $1,000 per promotion. So yes, we got 40,000 views and made like, however much money this video made. Okay, $25. But like I paid, $800 to make that $25. But it was still like a part of the overall strategy, right? Because Minecraft was a really, really, really competitive and saturated niche. Like it still is. And to break through in this competitive, like a really saturated niche, you need that something to kind of like jumpstart you, I think. Or at least we thought we did at the time. I don't know if that's like still true, to be honest. Like I think you can definitely make it work without promotion. Like I'll kind of get into the rest of the story. Because later on we had this video. This is the big video where we finally took some time to like make an actual really good video. I commissioned this animator to make this really crazy awesome video. It cost me like $2,000 to make this video. But I was spending thousands of dollars on the promotions. Like maybe I should be putting a little bit of that money into the actual growth of the channel, right? So let's go to the first week of this video here. And so we can kind of see, like, this is the first week when we posted this video, February 21st, 2021. Posted the video, 500 views in the first few days, 270, 192. And then this is where we got promotion from Riz on it. So he promoted it, actually did really well. I think the promotion itself directly resulted in about 60,000 views, I think, which was significantly higher than the other ones. You can see here the stats are, again, coming from externals. So this is not actually viewership from YouTube's promotions. It's external coming from a direct link, which was Riz's community post.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first week and it's 60,000 views already. So that's like pretty good. We'll go another week. And of course, you kind of saw at the end, like the video totally blows up, right? So a week later, the video starts to totally blow up and we finally explode some success. You can see now we're getting like actual views from YouTube, 67% from browse features. And then the external viewership is kind of diminished. And over time, this eventually became like one of my most viewed videos ever, 10 million views, $6,000. Finally started to make some money back. But the problem with this video was that it wasn't really something we could repeat because it was like such a big project just to make this one video. And so we essentially just made this one video, kind of hoped that it would grow the channel, and then went back to like making our old content that sucked. So we got 10 million views on this video, and then it like didn't really help the future videos. It helped this one a little bit, but this one was also promoted, um, and did a lot of views from the promotion. I think I could show you probably. Yeah, so like end screens and external again, it's a very like just another promoted video. So we kind of just kept doing more promotions and kind of had the idea of like, man, this promotion thing's kind of working out a little bit. Like I want to see what I can do to get more. We were struggling a little bit with the channel like a couple months later still because we just hadn't really been able to improve our content enough to be something that was really good. Um so around this time was when I had the idea of like, okay, I can't afford to pay for these promotions anymore. Like I totally ran out of budget. I think we had spent like almost $10,000 in promotions just for the channel, not including like making the content or putting the videos together at that point. So ran out of money to do promotions, but I kind of felt like we still needed more. So I had the idea at this point, like, okay, if I can't pay people with money, what am I going to do? Well, if you don't have any money and you want to hire people for your business, you actually do have something that you can pay people with, and that is with equity in the business. And so you can potentially pay people with equity in your business if you want to hire them for free, and then they just work and they get partial ownership. And so we had the idea. I pitched this to Riz originally. He was my first choice because his promotions were performing significantly better than Minecraft Royale's. And so the pitch to him was, hey, I'll give you 20% of the channel, keep doing promotions for me. I'm not going to pay you, but you'll get 20% of the channel. And what did you do after I offered you that? Yes, he said no. He said no, so he turned me down. So I was kind of sad, but then I went to Minecraft Royale and I offered him the same deal. And then he said, "Well, I'll do it for 25%." And at that point, I kind of like almost wanted to quit the channel because like we just weren't growing other than that one video. So I just decided to accept it because I thought, hey, if we can just make this channel grow, like I'd rather have 75% of a successful channel is worth infinitely more than 100% of a channel that fails and loses money, right? So I just thought like I didn't really understand Minecraft well enough, and I needed help with the content as well. And so we partnered up and I gave him 25% ownership of the channel, and he helped us with the videos a little bit. Like he helped us just improve the content, like was reviewing our stuff, giving us ideas, working with us a little bit. And he was doing posts like pretty much almost every video for a while, I think. Um, Not every video, but like that's when we kind of had this phase of like multiple videos doing kind of decent, like, okay, 20K, 60K, 20K, 45K. These are all promotions. Like none of this was actually from natural growth. And then 70K. And then we finally had another video that did well, where we had the idea of doing storytelling in Minecraft. So there was this channel on Minecraft called AJ the Bold. Do you want me to show it or can you just edit it in? I don't know. I can just show it, I guess.
AJ's channel, you want me?
I'll just show right now. So there was this channel, AJ the Bold. We found his channel, and something that I've always thought was a good idea in YouTube is like, there's so many creators on YouTube who, for whatever reason, just aren't really posting that many videos. Like some of them are lazy. Sometimes they have other things going on, but most of the time it's like their video just takes a really long time to make. But at the same time, like the audiences just go absolutely crazy for that content. So we found this channel, AJ the Bold. My friends killed my friends killed my Minecraft dog and I got revenge. 14 million views. And he was getting like, 5, 3, 4, even 9 million views on just repeated episodes. So he was absolutely crushing it, doing crazy numbers. He was the only one doing this kind of like revenge story. But at the same time, he was posting like one video a month, sometimes one video every 2 months. And I just thought like, man, he posts a video once a month. The audience absolutely goes crazy for it. It's like super viral. Why don't we just do this and just post more videos? Like there's clearly an audience demand for this type of content that is not being fulfilled by the creator because the creator's not oversaturating the demand. they're not posting enough, essentially, is what they're doing. But the audience like is going crazy for the videos. Like the engagement rate is really good. Like a big thing we look at with this stuff is like the likes ratio. So if a video has a likes ratio that's like more than 5%, that's usually a really good indicator that the audience really likes that content. Especially if there's more than 5% likes and the creator like specifically doesn't ask for likes in the video, that's like a really good sign, because audiences are much more likely to interact with videos that they really enjoy compared to videos that they just kind of thought were good, if that makes sense. So we look at the metrics, this video is getting like 5% likes ratio on 14 million views. That's crazy, like a crazy engagement. Like getting anything more than like 3% with this level of viewership is just insane. So even like some of these other ones might have been similar levels or even higher in some cases, sometimes lower, but he was just getting really good engagement. We could see the metrics, like see the likes ratio and the comments, and just see that, okay, there's a huge audience demand for this content. He's not posting enough. So what can we do? Well, we're just going to try to do those types of videos ourselves. Now, we don't want to just copy him. We want to see if we could do it better, try to put our own version on it. And you can see AJ's videos are pretty short, 4 minutes long, 1 minute long, 1 minute long, 2 minutes long. So we thought like, hey, let's take this storytelling format and make it into like a much more long form story. So like a 7-minute video, 10-minute videos. And then we did this video and it blew up. Well, it didn't blow up. Let me see. That's the last 7 days, not the first 7 days. So we go to here and then here. So this will be the first 7 days. So first 7 days didn't really do much, but it's not bad. Like at the time, well, this is just still the promotion. So like we promoted it, and then at the time, like we didn't really know what was going to happen. So we just kept making other videos for a bit. We kind of just like tried this format, right? Like we tried it. We were trying a bunch of ideas at the time. And then we did the promotion with Minecraft Royale because he owned 25% of our channel. And then over time, it took a little bit of time, actually, it seemed like. I forgot it took so long to blow up, actually. But yeah, after some time, obviously the video blew up. So this is after 3 weeks. And then 3 weeks, it's really picking up. 4 weeks is when it went like absolutely nuclear, 500K views. And then we finally started to make some real money because we had found a format that we could like do more of. Now, so let's go back to the rest of the story of our channel. We were still making other videos at the time because we were trying just a bunch of random ideas, and that revenge story took a while to blow up. So we didn't really know that it was going to be so good for a while. But eventually the video blew up and we realized like, hey, we've got something good here. We could easily just do more stories. So why don't we just make more story content? And then we did this video, which also blew up, not as much, but this video did really well as well. And we were still kind of just doing the AJ the Bold format here of just like something happened in Minecraft, so I got revenge. Like my friend griefed my hardcore world, so I got revenge. And then we did my friend stole my horse, so I got revenge. And then eventually we kind of realized like, all right, none of these other ideas are working. Like this revenge story stuff is like the way to go. So let's just forget all the other ideas, finish up whatever we had left, and let's go all in on making these revenge stories. And so we started doing that. And then that's when our channel like really went absolutely viral. And here we're getting like 1 million views a video, 2 million, 3 million. I think we averaged 1 million views a video for about 2 years straight, actually, on the Minecraft channel. And Minecraft Royale ended up making like probably about $200,000 from this deal as a whole, I think. Maybe even more than that, because we paid him out 25%, like pretty much forever. Eventually, I made a deal with him where I actually bought our 25% back from him. So I cashed him out and I bought back our percent. So if you include that as well, he did really well on this deal, and Riz missed out, I guess.
He probably made like 250K, right? Or am I allowed to say?
Yeah, 250K, I think, is what he made on
I
it.
just
Yeah.
said yes that one day when you offered me, and I like kept it going. I I
Yeah.
made an extra 250, but you
Because
win some.
I'll show the lifetime earnings of the channel,
You win some, you
$800,000.
lose
So
some,
he got 25% of that pretty much up until like the most recent year, roughly or so. But like when this whole time where we have this spike here, he owned 25%. Like I didn't really buy him out until we were like around here or so, and it was like much cheaper for me to buy him out because the channel wasn't doing as good. But Yeah, he made $250,000 on that. It's kind of crazy looking back at it, but I mean, you still did really well for yourself too with Minecraft
Yeah,
content, so like there's nothing to complain about, I
no,
think.
I'm not complaining. It's just a funny story. It's just like every time we like hang out, it's like, oh yeah, like I don't think we do it anymore. We don't say that, but it was like, oh yeah, you lost 250K. If you just joined, if you just said yes to that deal, you'd have had
Yeah,
like
you know
K.
the crazy thing is that like I don't it's tough to say like how much the promotions even helped, right? Because at the end of the day, what made us blow up our channel was never the promotions. It was the content. It was always gonna be the content, right? Like the content is what blows up your YouTube channel. I like you can do these crazy promotions and get this like really sneaky type of viewership, but it's not really going to matter or transition into success unless like the viewers actually like your videos and watch your content and engage with it really well, and then it performs well with the viewers that you didn't promote the videos to. And so like I think it's very fair to say that this channel would have ended up the exact same way even if you were the one helping us, I think.
It would have ended. The thing though is like back in the day, and I don't think that this stuff works anymore, but you could pay for community posts to help jumpstart a channel. If the channel was good, it would like do it quicker. Cause I was doing community posts for different channels at the time, and I was jumpstarting some of them. I don't know if you saw. I think
Yeah.
that might
We
have
were
been
doing that too,
why.
yeah.
But like, I don't know if that you saw me jumpstart. I think I jumpstarted a channel before you even originally hit me up. Maybe that was why you hit me up. I forget.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
So,
that one speedrunner channel, I
mhm.
think.
Yeah, and I
I
and I
remember that, yeah.
promoted him, and then he got like 3 million views on that first video after I promoted him. So, but I don't
Yeah.
think
I
this stuff
think
works anymore. I think this is an old
yeah.
concept. Yeah, that doesn't work anymore.
It's definitely an old concept. Like I don't I should clarify, like I don't do this anymore on my channels at all. Like we don't even promote our new channels from our existing channels anymore. Like YouTube has completely changed the game for new and small channels. Like there's actually never been a better time in the history of YouTube to start than right now, I think. Like and that's because YouTube's completely changed the algorithm to where they promote small and new channels so much more, and it's so much more favorable. Like I've been on YouTube for 14 years, and I don't think it's ever been like this easy to grow new channels. And that's just because YouTube will genuinely get you at least like some amount of a few thousand impressions, which is like a few thousand people that will see your video in their feed no matter how big your channel is. Like if your channel is just starting, if it's your first video, it's not going to happen right away. You know, you're not going to post a video and get 2000 impressions overnight, but like you could post a video, couple weeks, you'll get at least like a fair chance, which is something that didn't really exist back in the day. Like you had to do something to get that starter viewership, but I agree. Like it's really not necessary anymore. I think you can just post videos to YouTube, and if they're good enough, they will 100% just blow up.
Hmm. I mean, even for example, look at the channel that this is being uploaded on. I started this. I mean, I'll probably upload this a little bit later, but I started 5 days ago, and it's like just raw videos of me talking to the camera. It got views immediately. So new channels are doing really well right now. So this is the best time to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like I've been doing quite a few new channels recently. Like almost every single channel has had a video get at least a few thousand views, like it's nothing. And most of them had at least one video do like at least a couple 100,000 or 50,000 views. And a lot of times the videos are like not that good. Like it feels like they don't really deserve it sometimes, but it's just YouTube is favoring new channels in a way that's never really been seen before. And I think that's like such a, I don't know, for me at least, it's like a very gives me like a very optimistic feeling when it comes to content creation. I think it's just there's just so much opportunity. Like there's so much opportunity with YouTube, especially. It really just takes like one good video, you find one good format, you find one good niche, and you could like be set for pretty much the rest of your life if you just keep going and keep working on your skills from there.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Especially if you find like that one niche. Like if the revenge niche, this is something that can the life
Yeah,
changing, honestly. Even saying like if you find something like Gamers React, if you just find that one niche and you're just able to milk it, it's life changing money. So
exactly. Yeah. I mean, this channel made me, $800,000. We probably made about more than $1 million in revenue on this channel with like sponsors and other income sources. We had a month. I think our best month ever was like $70,000 in one month. It's just crazy numbers. Like Imagine if I just stayed in school, right? Like there's no way you could ever make $70,000 in a single month doing that. It's just not possible, right? Like there's no reality where that could happen. Like if you go to school and just get a job working for someone else. Like I think, people, of course, everyone wants to become rich, right? But I think there's a really big disconnect between like people just kind of don't really know what their people don't really understand what their situation is. Like the vast majority of people, I believe, are fully capable of success. Like they're capable of working hard. You're probably already working really hard at your job right now or at school or whatever you're doing. But the problem is not how hard you're working, it's the vehicle, right? Because if you go to school, you get a job, most you could ever make if you climb the corporate ladder, maybe you make 10K a month, 15K a month. If you're really good or you do a lot of schooling or work a really hard profession, maybe you make like 20K a month, right? And that's amazing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that there's no reality where you could make like $1 million a month in that situation. It's just completely out of the question. You could work 1,000 hours a day. You could do whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. But if you change the vehicle to like do something that actually has the potential, then it's a totally different story. Like people, the vast majority of people, I believe, are capable of getting rich. They're just not actually doing something that has the potential to get them the success that they want. Right?
Hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I feel like, I mean, us two obviously we're geniuses, right? But I talked to a lot of YouTubers.
No, I'm not a genius at all,
I'm
honestly. I think
joking.
I just like I
Sarcasm,
think I just worked at it really hard for long
sarcasm. I know
enough,
you're not a
honestly.
genius. You're dumb. All right. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but like my whole point is that I was joking about us being geniuses, but I'm telling you that I have talked to a lot of these YouTubers. I don't want to throw shade or nothing, but not a lot of some of them. Like you'll talk to them and you're like it just
Yeah.
they're not smarter
I
than
know
you. None of them are, they're not smarter than you. That's all I'm saying is that they just
Yeah,
figured
it's
out
true.
the
Yeah.
method, you know? Uh and
I
then
mean,
it's
I've met like, dude, I've met like literal 12-year-olds who are like more successful than me doing YouTube. And I promise you, they're not like geniuses. Like they're not prodigies. They're 12-year-olds. There's nothing wrong with being a 12-year-old. I was 12-year-old once. Like they're just 12-year-olds. Like they're not, let's just say they're not experienced. They don't have the knowledge of life, but like they can still have success on YouTube because they're doing something that has the ability to make them rich, right? Like I mean, just think about it for a second. Like is what you're doing right now, does that actually have the potential to make you rich? Does it actually? Like, is it realistically possible for you to make $70,000 in a single month doing what you're doing right now? The chances are it's probably just not even possible. And like, I promise you, you're probably working harder than me. Like on this Minecraft channel, like I had so many employees, I had a really large team. I had 12 other channels. I was probably working like 10 hours a week on this entire project. Right now, I work even less than that, like probably like 10 hours a month on this channel, maybe even less. And that's has nothing like how hard you work has nothing to do with how much money you make. It's all about what are you doing? And of the successful YouTubers that we see, the 12-year-olds, the people that are just not that smart, I guess, even people that are lazy, it's like they just found something that worked. It's not a matter of like they were so smart that they had this brilliant idea or they were so hardworking that they just destroyed everyone in business. It's like, no, they just found something that worked. Like with us, we just found the AJ the Bold channel and we pretty much just like took his format, changed it up a little bit to fit our own style, improved on it, and made it into our own thing. And it did really well. Like we just found something that worked. And that's really all it comes down to, I think, at the end of the day.
100%. Uh okay, I want to go into a different topic. So, I know that you uploaded a video and we've talked about this, but I know you what was it? It was about Patty Galloway. You uploaded a video about how you did consulting with him, correct? Or
Yeah, that's one of my older videos
yeah,
on my Jeremy B
I was
channel.
just gonna. I just thought that was like a cool topic because I've also done consulting with other YouTubers. So I was just, like I just wanted to chat about that. It doesn't have to be Patty specifically, but I've done Patty as
Sure.
well. But I was just wondering, like, could you go into how consulting or like getting consultants to help with your channel has helped you? I know
Sure.
it's not necessary, right? I did it as well, and I only did it once I started like making a lot of money to kind of improve like little things. It's probably
Hmm.
not good for, well, no, consulting can always be
You
good,
know,
but anyways.
yeah, I actually maybe I have an interesting perspective on this. I actually think it's extremely valuable to get consultants. I will get some sort of outside help on probably every single channel now. Since I did the Minecraft channel, we had the help with from Minecraft Royale, and I felt like that was really valuable. Not even like the promotions, but like what was more valuable was just having him help us improve our content. And so from there, I started working with a lot of consultants. Like we worked with Patty Galloway, I worked with guys like Nate Wealth, worked with Riz as well too, of course. And I think there's so many moving parts and there's so many moving pieces that when you're creating content, you kind of get stuck in like a bubble in a lot of ways. Like you're just like kind of you just don't see all the possibilities. You don't understand the potential of every little aspect or every little thing. And getting someone to come in and bring you an outside perspective, especially if they're like more experienced or more skilled than you, even if they're not in some cases, to be honest, can be really valuable. Just having a completely fresh mind come into the content and just help you design things and improve the videos, improve the thumbnails, improve the titles. Like when we consulted with Patty, like we were working on a Roblox channel at the time that ended up doing really well because in large part thanks to his help. And he was able to give us like a lot of perspectives that we didn't see before. He was able to help us find channels that we hadn't found ourselves. Like the AJ the Bold channel. If we had never found that channel, maybe a consultant could have helped us find it. Same thing, like that's kind of what Patty did for us with our Roblox channel. The Hans Roblox channel, that's the one. You can look it up, I guess. But personally for me, like I'm still super experienced and I'm super educated. Like I teach other creators now too, but I still use educators and consultants for my own channels too because you just need someone to help you at the end of the day. Sometimes you just need someone to help you, and having that secondary outside perspective really changes things in a lot of ways and just helps you with all the things you might have missed or that you might not have realized, or helps you improve things in ways that you didn't think about. And I don't think that's any knock on your ability. Like if you use consultants, it doesn't make you a less skilled YouTuber. Like you think Michael Jordan didn't have a basketball coach? Like you think LeBron James doesn't have like he's got 20 different coaches teaching him all sorts of stuff, right? Like the best in the world are getting coaches. Like they are getting tons of coaching, like a ridiculous amounts of coaching. They're getting more coaching than you even imagined was possible in some cases, right? But that's why they're the best in the world to begin with, right? Like you think Mr. Beast doesn't have a coach? Like I've literally met Mr. Beast's YouTube coach, like multiple of them. And yeah, of course, like everybody who's successful, really successful, has had a coach. It just changes things. Like it's like you're playing basketball and one team's got a coach, one team doesn't. It's a totally different game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even Mr. Beast, he has people that give him advice all the time. He pays tons of money for people to give advice. Some of those consultants are very smart. I met a couple of them as well. But yeah, even with me, I hired a consultant once, and actually, if anyone's familiar at all with the Gamers React channel, when I had a consultant, it was a time where I was still probably making like 80K a month during this time off of Gamers React. But like the AVD started going down a little bit, and not that I'm scared or anything, but I want the AVD to be as high as possible because the higher AVD, I'm going to get more views. So I remember chatting with this consultant, and he came up with the idea of having the intro be like, this is a funny clip. This is a funnier clip. This is a really funny clip. And then the clips are going to get funnier as the video goes on. If you know anything about the Gamers React channel, that was actually come up with by a consultant. And when I started doing that, the AVD shot up like crazy and the views shot up like crazy too. So consultants, that actually, I think I paid $300 for that consultant. That easily made me six figures, you know?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah. But how have we been going so far? I think it's been
Like 40 minutes, I think.
40 minutes. Wondering what do you want to touch the Ukraine topic? Because we were talking about it.
Oh,
Up to you. I cut this out
yeah,
if you don't.
sure.
Okay.
We can talk about it. I mean, the video will be up, right? Like, I guess I don't know how valuable it is for people. Like,
I think
I
it's
guess it's like
interesting that you have a
it is
story.
interesting. Like, it's a kind of an inspiration, I guess you could say, for like possible with YouTube, right? Like I do think it's a very inspiring story. And this is a video that I'm posting on my channel, Jeremy B. You can find it. Just go to YouTube, search up Jeremy B. By the time Riz posts this video, it'll probably be the first video on my channel, like the most recent one. But essentially, I had a friend that I worked with a little bit, and he was doing YouTube. He had done some channels in the past. He had a little bit of experience, but he wasn't success. Excuse me. He wasn't successful at the time. So he like his past channels were kind of dead, and we we're in a tricky situation because my friend lives in Ukraine, and he was born in Ukraine, raised in Ukraine. I've known him for many, many years since before the war started. And then the war started, and things were kind of fine for the most part. He moved out west. But then recently, Ukraine started drafting younger men. They started drafting younger men, and he was in the age limit to where he was now required to report for the draft for war to join the fight in Ukraine. And in Ukraine, there's actually quite a few programs that will allow you to legally exempt yourself from the draft. So the idea is essentially is that if you can contribute to the Ukraine war effort in a way that is greater than you being on the front line, then they would allow you to be exempted from the draft. So this could be something like just making a lot of money and paying a lot in taxes and like donating to the war causes. I don't want to say people are like buying their way. I don't think it works like that. It's like if you have a certain job that pays a lot of money and then the job is like contributing to the war effort. It's not a straight up like you buy it out. It's not a straight up like you pay money and you don't get drafted. I don't think it's like that. But certain situations where if you have like the right job or the right income in a certain way, I don't fully understand the situation because I don't live there and that's not what we did. But the other situation is that if you do a high level of education, so if you do a PhD degree, you are eligible to be exempt from the war draft because that's considered as contributing in a significant way to society. Now, of course, places that do PhDs know this in Ukraine, and so they started charging like out the absolute ass for their PhD degrees, even though normally most of the time you get paid to do a PhD. Like my sister did a PhD recently. She got paid while she did it. She didn't get paid a lot. She got paid like $20,000 a year, but she still got paid while she did the PhD. But essentially, the situation was that he could do a PhD in Ukraine if he could afford to pay for the program and his living expenses. And in Ukraine, the average income is $400 a month, US dollars. It's very low. It's an Eastern European country. It is what it is. That's just the standard of living there. And the school alone costs like $500 a month. So like the tuition fee was like the equivalent of like $50,000 a year in the United States, I think, if you adjusted for the income levels. And so if he just got a job working for some company in Ukraine, even if he had a great job making $1,000, $2,000 a month, it would have still been a tough situation. So the only way that we could sort something out is to do some sort of online income where he was getting paid in US dollars and making American income while living in Ukraine. And so I helped him blow up a YouTube channel. We got him to making about $4,000 a month. And as a result, he was able to join the PhD program. He's been completely exempted, fully legally, by the way, fully legally exempted from the war draft in Ukraine. And actually he's got a kid on the way. He married his wife. He's taking care of his parents. Like not only that, but like he's not only is he exempt from the war draft, but he's like actually like really doing well, and I'm really, really happy for him. And we were able to do that because of YouTube. Like it's the vehicle of YouTube that allowed us to do that, right? Like that would have never been possible for him working a job, even with a ton of skill, a ton of experience, even with the best possible situation. He would not have been able to make enough money. But because we were doing YouTube together online, making videos for American audiences, like we were able to do really well and just completely, like literally stopped him from going to war. Like it's not an exaggeration to say that it literally stopped him from going to war and potentially dying. So if you want to see the full story, you could check out my video on that on the Jeremy B channel. I think it's a great story. I had a lot of fun making the video and just really had a lot more fun, like just growing that channel with him for sure.
That is amazing, honestly. see, like that's the other thing with YouTube, and he's not the only person's life that you've changed. Like I even know personally you've changed other people's lives with YouTube, and I have as well. So it's like it's like one of the coolest things. Like the people that you end up working with, you change their life as well. Not only your life get changed, but as you build a team and
Yeah.
you get these people, you're able to change your life. That's an
Mhm.
amazing story though. Also the fact that he has a
Yeah,
kid
man.
and
Like
everything. That's
I know. Like I'm so happy for him. Honestly, like it was really tough. Like when we first started, it was like so stressful, but we just went all in and made it work. And it like anything is possible with YouTube. I think like really anything is possible. Like I've had multiple people that I coached become even richer than me, become multimillionaires. Like I think probably like 6 or 7 people individually. One of them was like a 14-year-old kid. Another one was like 16 years old. A couple of them were older adults as well too. Like you can get super rich
Loki.
if you want
Jeremy's
with
like the
YouTube,
goat.
or you can just like, or what I see a lot of people do is they make a little bit of money, like maybe they get to like 5,000, 10,000 a month, and then they just automate the business. So like once you grow a YouTube channel, you could just automate it by hiring other people, use the money that you earn from the channel to hire other people to make the videos for you. And then you just like have a channel that you don't have to work on it, right? Like I've had channels that made like hundreds of thousands of dollars that I worked on for literally 2 hours a month. And I was taking 6 month vacations. I lived in Korea for like almost a year. Like I was just living my best life. And that's also what some people want to do. Like some people, they don't want to make as much money as possible. They just want to make enough and then live their best life. And I think that's also possible too. Like it really just comes down to whatever you want. But really anything is possible with YouTube, I think, if you just build it in the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing, bro. All right, well, I'm sure that we'll have another podcast at some point, but it was great having you on. Make sure to check out Jeremy's channel, Jeremy B. He's been doing this for 10 years. OG in the space. Actually, out of anybody who is talking about making money on YouTube online, I literally think he's probably the oldest, like, been doing it the longest out of anyone.
Really.
So, well, who else has
Let's
been?
go, man.
Who else has done it longer than you?
Uh,
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I might be wrong. So maybe I shouldn't make false
Yeah.
claims. Like,
I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have been doing it longer than me, but maybe I haven't
yeah,
met them, I guess.
there are definitely some, but for the most part, you are the OG out of most people.
Thank you,
So
man. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. And thanks for having me, man. It was a great time.
yeah, no worries. It was a good time. All right, I'll see you guys.